Hello, everybody. Jeremy Ringmeyer here from the BirdLife Australia Migratory Shorebird program. I thought I'd make a little update video on the Bar-tailed Godwit that we have satellite tags on from the Exmouth Gulf. So, bit of context. So, in October 2023, we fitted 10 Bar-tailed Godwit, 6 females, 4 males, in the Bay of Rest in the Exmouth Gulf with satellite Doppler units. And these units allow us to sort of know almost in real time where birds are within a kilometre or so of their actual locations. So that's sort of transmitted to us via the Argos satellite network. And as of the 31st of March, 2024, our birds started to migrate, and they've stayed in the Bay of Rest for the vast majority of the summer. They really haven't moved very far from our location. This is an overlay of the last 15 days worth of data. So we have just 2 birds remaining in the Bay of Rest, and they are both females. So the males took off about 10 days on average before the females took off, and the females have been taking off sort of like every day or two in a staggered format since around about the 5th of April. So we'll zoom back out and we'll go all the way up to the top, and we'll work our way back down with our males who left first. So some of these big jumps are inaccuracies in the satellite pickup, which I haven't filtered out yet, but just for our initial purposes, I've included them in here. So we'll start with these 2. So these 2 birds, these 2 males were actually the second birds to leave, and they travelled together the entire time, and only now, just in the last 24 hours, have they split up, and they've ended up towards the southern end of the Yellow Sea. So we've got the Yellow Sea here, so they're actually quite a bit further down, south of a location called Hansau Bay, which is where 2 of the females that we had tracked the previous year actually stopped over. So that's interesting. We have the other 2 males. So 675 is actually the first bird who departed on the 31st of March, and he has ended up in this river here, which is just to the north of Hong Kong. We haven't had a fix from him in the last 48 hours, but here we go. Here he is, still hanging out. 677 is the last of the males to have left, and he has chosen this lovely little bit of coastline over here, next to what looks to be either a fish farm or a reclamation area. Again, these points are only accurate to a couple of kilometres. So we've got a location class A here, which means that could be either accurate to a kilometre or it could be accurate to a few hundred kilometres. So it's the higher quality fixes are coded 2, and so here we go, location class 2. So that record there is accurate to about a kilometre. So that bird definitely was in this area as of the 8th of April. So working our way back down, we currently have 4 out of the 6 females currently in transit. So this bird here, 612, is a bird that is now being tracked for its 2nd year of migration, and she is currently travelling a little bit further to the east than last year, to the west than last year. So last year she flew over the Philippines, whereas this year all of the birds have tracked a couple hundred kilometres further to the west, travelling over Borneo. So moving a little bit further down, 610 is also a 2nd year, female that's been tracked for the 2nd year, and she is also doing tracking a little bit further to the west than previously. And then moving further down, we've got another female here, which is the first time we've tracked her, currently over Borneo. Similarly, another one over here, travelling over Borneo. And all the way down to our last 2 remaining birds, 674 and 611, who are also first-year birds, and they still first-time tracking birds, and they're still hanging out in the Bay of Rest. So we're going to be keeping our eyes on these guys over the next few weeks and talking to some people in Hong Kong and China and Taiwan, and letting them know what these birds are doing and seeing whether they can relocate those birds in the field for us and relay that information back onto Birdmark. So thanks everybody for listening in, and we'll be giving fairly regular updates over the coming months as these birds make their way up to the Russian tundra. Thank you.